This is the first time I've run with anybody in cripes months. Griffin's Friends is a grassroots, I would say, organization, but it's really kind of a loose group of very dedicated volunteers, supporters, runners who aspire to bring moments of joy to courageous kids. And what that means is to support children, siblings, families who are in treatment at Bay State Medical Center for cancer and other bloodborne illnesses. And the moments of joy part means not to support their medical treatment or research, but provide help with recreation, social activity, events, services of that kind. And so for now 26 years, the group has been doing that. The major fundraiser over all those many years was Boston Marathon, which we called our Marathon Challenge. And the group would train over the winter and run the Boston Marathon and raise money through pledges, and that money all goes to Griffin's Friends Children's Cancer Fund at Bay State. And then the money's used for all those purposes that I described. So I got involved in Griffin's Friends, I think, the way a lot of our runners did. I got a number for the 100th Boston, 1996, and a friend who's a runner told me about this group, Griffin's Friends, who's going to run the Boston Marathon. I had trained on my own, but I hooked up with them, went to Boston and came home, and it was just such a terrific experience. I went to the banquet, the post-marathon banquet, which was a beautiful experience. There were a couple of team captains there, bestowed our medals, not the Boston medals, the Griffin's Friends medals, Medal of Courage it's called. It was just a wonderful thing. And so, as I said, like a lot of runners, I started out running the Boston Marathon. That was how I got in. But that's not why I stayed. Why I stayed was the wonderful people and the mission, the camaraderie, loyalty to the mission and the people. That's why I stayed. That was 1996. So I've been involved for 25 years. And after 2013, when the bomb went off, we had to move our location, the venue for our challenge, to Holyoke, and we ran there for a few years, and we're doing some different things since. My most memorable experience in all marathoning, but certainly for Griffin's Friends, and you probably have heard this from other runners, Griffin's Friends runners, is mile 24. The Boston Marathon, we'd have a place by the side of the road at mile 24 where families, the team captains, friends, supporters would come and hang out there literally all day and wait for Griffin's Friends runners to come. They'd all be wearing blue Griffin's Friends t-shirts, and you could see them as you're coming into the mile, maybe from a quarter mile away. And it was exhilarating. So you'd see this group of people, sea of blue, and you'd run into that. You'd see your team captain, more than likely family, and I'm not a great runner. 24 miles, I'm sapped, but boy oh boy, you get to that point and you see those people and you are charged, recharged to finish the thing. And then I had the great fortune to run with Kelleher Brothers. And Danny Kelleher, you make that turn onto Boylston Street. Danny Kelleher is like somebody slipped them speed or something. He would just go from side to side, zigzag, serpentine running that whole way with probably like better part of a half a mile. And the crowds would go nuts. Especially as I get a little older, I do just a little bit of a shallow weave in the middle as he goes side to side. But it was tremendous. And then we'd finish holding hands across the Boston finish line. A large number of Griffin's Friends runners ran as bandits, which isn't to say that we didn't have a cohort of people within Griffin's Friends who were exceptional runners. I mean, qualified in every respect. But yeah, it was grassroots. It was a way to raise money, and maybe the banditry was, some people would find objectionable, but the fact is it's a really proud tradition of Boston, bandit running. But after the bombs, because of increased security, we decided that that was not the right thing to do either, as a matter of practicality, but more so respect. Oh, brother.
Well, Charlie, thank you.
This was a pleasure. Thank you very much.